Damn it, cats. Must you always mess around with plugs? What's this? Oh, what's this? Hey, Minnie. Baby. Hi, Nacho baby. Alright, you can come in. You gotta behave. You don't behave, you're going right back out that door. Behave. Yes, hi. Weirdo. Knocked you guys over. Hi. Sofa baby, it's okay. Come here. Over here. Over here. That's not what I said. Over here. Lay over here. Why are you squeaking, Momo? Okay. If you're gonna be in here, you're gonna have to settle down, okay? Back up. How is everybody? Yes, hi. everyone's having a good Christmas. Dude, there's an entire bed. Yes, hi. You are being so cute right now. Hi, baby. Okay, who's texting me right now? Dude. Hi. Yep. Hi, welcome in. Yes, hello, Nacho. Hope you're doing well. Oh. Hope everyone's had a good day or night or whatever time it is for you. I hope it's going well. Sweet puppy. Yeah, happy holidays. It feels not so much like the holidays are here because I'm so used to snow being here around this time. It's just rain. I'm still happy because I love the rain. Do not drink that. Hey, no. Stay. You be nice. What's everyone up to right now? Or today? Dude, I do not need to pet you 24/7. You can survive without attention for like 5 minutes. Believe it or not. Hi, Merry Christmas. Hope your Christmas is going well. You can survive without attention for 5 minutes. I swear he thinks that he constantly needs attention. How am I? I'm doing good. Come here, you. Ugh. Stay over there. What did I just say? Bib. You don't want to go over there. She will beat the shit out of you. She does not like you. Is that your dog? No, this is my sister's dog. His name's Nacho. He's just in here right now because he has been very needy and he hasn't been causing problems. So he's allowed in here. The cat that's on the other side of me disagrees, though. He has been a menace out in the living room all day, along with his brother, but he hasn't been a menace in here, so he's fine. Okay, stop. Okay, I guess he's just gonna lay by the door. Oh, the big dopey smile. I love animal smiles, they're so cute. What are you up to, Sofa? You leave him alone. Leave that alone too. No. Don't be doing that. Oh, you're watching a Christmas movie? That's awesome. Alright, Nacho, I'm coming. I'm coming, baby. Go on. Well, that was short-lived. But that's okay. Oh my god. Hey, excuse you, ma'am. Excuse you. Sorry, she just grabbed the phone. But I think we can get started. Grab your Storykeeper's cup, grab a blanket, grab a stuffy if you have one or a pet. Snuggle up because it's story time. In that same heartbeat, they were back in Riker's room. Tiki collapsed against the wood floor, her wrists still burning from Larakin's grasp. Before she could move, Larakin wrapped her hands around her neck, choking her. Tiki tried to defend herself, but Larakin threw her across the room as though she were weightless. Her head hit the wall with a resounding thud, and she slumped I'm watching you. Exactly. Oh, that's awesome. Dogs, all animals really, but dogs are amazing cuddle buddies. Same with cats, depending on the kind of cat that you have. Even then, it doesn't really matter. It really depends on their personality. But some people actually don't realize that their animals have, like, personalities. And they don't understand their animal because of it. Anyway. And she slumped semi-conscious in the corner between the side table and the four-poster bed. Hi, and no, I do not speak Spanish. I tried to learn it. I really tried, but it just did not stick. My brain picks and chooses what things stick, and for a year, I went over those notes after I finished my Spanish class. I still didn't stick, and I'm annoyed about it because I really wanted to learn it. Riker stood on the far side of the bed, near the alcove windows. At their return, he sprang forward and faced Larkin, a long, slim silver blade held in his hand. I don't even remember what that means, to be honest. I know what hola means, but I don't remember what the rest of it means. That's awesome. Don't do this, Larkin, he said. This is not what we talked about. Give Tiki the girl. Also, sorry for the background noise. My brother is on a call in the living room, so if you hear someone talking, that's him. Larkin spun toward Riker. There's no time, Wills. Marcus is right behind me. Give me the ring now. I told you I don't have it, Riker said. Tiki shook her head, trying to clear the star bursts that kept exploding in front of her eyes. Those things are so annoying. Like when you stare at something for too long or you stand up too fast, it's so annoying because they stay there forever. Sorry. I'm just listening to my brother's conversation and how he's interacting with the dog. She blinked hard, trying to focus. The shadows in the opposite corner of the room shifted and moved to become solid. Oh, that's amazing. I've always wanted to get like records, but I'm just so afraid that I'll lose them and they'll end up breaking. Marcus hadn't bothered to assume his glamour when he crossed over. Instead, his muscular chest was bare and tight, and the tight wing what? And the light winked off the iridescent finish of his wings. He snarled at Larkin, anxious to draw blood, but he hesitated when he spotted the knife in Riker's hand. His eyes latched on Tiki in the corner, then shifted back to Larkin. Leave Marcus, Larkin said in a low, threatening voice. This is none of your concern. You guys are starting to fall again. Dude. Oh my god. Stay. There we go. Again, I need to get a stand for you guys, because you guys always fall. But I think it is. His black eyes glinted with an evil pleasure, shifting from her to Riker. All this time I thought Richmond had something to do with the ring's disappearance, but now I'm not so sure. You both seem to be a bit too interested in her. He motioned to Tiki, a pickpocket. He smiled, revealing his sharp teeth. Why is that? I'm starting to suspect she's the key to finding the ring. He licked his lips. And I know just the persuasion to get her to loosen up and talk. I despise Marcus. This is explained in a couple chapters before. I will be right back. I'm back. Sorry, I had to talk to my brother. There we go. Anyway, back to the story. I might have angled you guys wrong. There we go. Okay. Riker took a step toward him, his knife held loosely in his hand. "Don't make me use this, Marcus," he warned in a low voice. "You need to leave now." Marcus's nostrils flared as if picking up the scent of his prey. Not yet. At that moment, two fairies shimmered into view, one with long silver hair, the other with long white hair. I've said this before, but white hair is just gorgeous to me. It destroys your hair, but it is gorgeous. To be honest, before I even learned that people actually made their hair white, one of the characters right behind me, I wrote with white hair, and she has been that way ever since. She also has my dream length of hair. I'm getting off track again. They wore glittering tunics over the same tight, bark-like trousers that Marcus wore. That took me a minute. "You were heard when you two were in the valley," Marcus said to Larkin, making no attempt to hide his pleasure. "Seize her," he yelled. The silver-haired fairy surveyed the room, the metal device held in his hands. A metal device. My brain is not working. Merry Christmas. Weird cat. He went rigid when he spotted Larkin, his eyes locked on hers. Then, at once, the two newcomers leapt at her. At the same time, Marcus lunged toward Tiki, and Riker dove to intercept him. Riker's gonna get himself killed, I swear. Again, when they're not fighting, they kind of remind me of Foreign Triss, but even when they are fighting, they still remind me of Foreign Triss. I might read Divergent eventually. I'm still debating. Hi, welcome in. With a cry of anger, Larkin defended herself against the two men, her teeth snapping. Her fingernails arched into claws. In a semi-coherent daze, Tiki struggled to make sense of the madness in front of her. Larkin seemed to flutter in the air as she tried to escape the attack of the two strangers. Her cries of rage ripped through the room. Tiki contracted. What? My brain. That was not that hard to comprehend. Concentrated. My brain is not working today. Hi, welcome in. Tiki concentrated on Riker's tall form as he grappled, with Marcus. He seemed to welcome the attack, doing flesh-tearing thoughts as... Wait. I skipped a line. I did not mean to do that. I have no idea who those people are, but good for you. I'm happy. If you're happy, I'm happy. Okay, where was I? He seemed to welcome the attack, doing battle with Marcus, but the fairy's claws ripping at his flesh, tearing through his clothes, peeling back skin, blood spraying from numerous wounds on his arms and legs. If this gets too graphic, I might have to skip some of this, because YouTube is sensitive. Tiki struggled to right herself up, but her limbs were sluggish and wouldn't obey her commands. There was something she was trying to remember, but it slipped away just out of reach, like an elusive dream. Hang on, tea break. Oh, it's still warm. That's nice. Sorry, I was listening. On the other side of the room, Larkin fought with the two men. She snarled and snapped like a wild animal, trying to tear at them with her hands and teeth. The silver-haired man was trying to hold her arms behind her back, while the other was trying to clip what looked like a metal clamp onto the faint outline of her wings. That is cruel. Fairy blood, a thick, iridescent green liquid, had spilled on the floor, making it slippery. The scent of thyme, again, I hope I am saying that right, was overwhelming. Suddenly, Riker let out a guttural cry as Marcus slammed Riker's wrist into the dresser, knocking his blade away. Sometimes when I read fight scenes, I can feel it. I don't like it. Tiki watched the silver dagger skitter across the floor, light reflecting helter-skelter. What? Off the moving blade. This book is confusing sometimes. She needed to remember something. She pushed herself to her feet, her hands clenched. As she took a wobbly step forward, she needed to help Riker. It seems the further we get into the book, the longer the chapters get. What in the bloody hell? A shocked voice penetrated the melee with the room. Melee. Might be melee. I might have said that completely wrong. Riker jerked his head toward Leo's familiar voice. Out of the corner of her eye, Tiki saw Marcus make his move toward Riker. Glistening fangs, as sharp as any blade, were exposed in his evil snarl. And in that split second, she remembered. Her dagger was still clutched in her hand. She reacted on pure instinct. She leapt forward in front of Riker, swinging the dagger with the momentum of her movement. The blade sank into the center of Marcus's bare chest, all the way up to the hilt with frightening ease. My brain, I swear. A breath of air crossed the back of her hand as it gripped the knife. Fuck. And she wasn't sure if it came from the fairy's lips or the hole in his chest. Fuck. Ow. Actually, none of those places. Marcus's features. My sister's texting me. Marcus's features twisted in agony, and his snarled eyes found hers. Iron? He gasped in disbelief through clenched teeth in pain. Why? They're texting me like so many times. I love them, but They don't need to text me this much. They'll like talk to me. Tiki released the knife and jerked back, but she wasn't far enough to avoid contact with his hands as he tried to pull the blade free. Riker yanked her away from Marcus's crumbling body, then dove for his own blade. With a lightning-fast move, he swept the blade to the fairy's throat, but it wasn't necessary. Marcus's eyes rolled back in his head, and with a last gurgling sigh, he was still. My God. Sorry, tea break. Will's, Larkin's shriek, was laced with panic as she struggled with her captors. Help me. There was something so primal, so desperate in her cry. Tiki stepped toward the three fairies. She wanted Larkin's screams to stop.